Dee doo dee doo doo dee doo 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 dee doo dee doo doo dee doo dee doo doo dee doo 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 dee doo dee doo doo. Hi everybody, my name is Steve Kozeniewski and you're watching Cause and Effect. This is episode 5 and today we're going to be talking about how to create a Facebook event. Now this episode was actually by the request of a great young new horror author by the name of S.G. Lee. And the great thing about this video is it's going to be short and it's going to have a lot of broad appeal. And I did initially intend for Cause and Effect to be, not just directed at authors. So it's good to be doing something that's going to be useful for everybody. On that note, if you do have any requests for a Cause and Effect video that you want me to create, what you can do is you can run by my blog, which is manuscriptsburn.blogspot.com, just like in the URL there. And if you click on About Me, and you have all my contact info, you can email me right there. Okay, so let's jump right into it. Let's say you go to Facebook, and what I've done here is I've dummied up the Facebook appearance here and just blocked out everybody, so you don't all have to see, what my friends are up to right now. So if you jump into Facebook, it's going to look like this, minus the big blacked out parts, and you're going to click on Events. Okay, and now for this, we're going to have to look at it directly here. So here is my actual Facebook, and I did my best to cut off all my personal information here. A little bit's going to get through. Now when you get to this page, you can click on Create Here or Create Here, and this is how we're going to create our event. And you come up with a real basic Create New Event bar here. So there's all the events I've created in the past. What we're going to name this is S.G. Lee's Journal of the Undead Book Release Party. And don't worry, I'm making mistakes, making typos here. Don't worry about any of that. You can always go back and change it, even if you create it with a typo. It's no big deal. So the details is, whatever you want here. S.G. Lee is going to be releasing a debut novel, Journals of the Undead, or whatever. You're going to fill this out. I'm not going to bore you with typing that in. Now the where, if you have a physical location, these are all the most recent places that I've been. I was actually in Iraq about 7 years ago, so that was just me mentioning my time in Iraq. Don't worry about that, in case the NSA is watching. In this case, it's going to be a virtual book launch, so one thing that we could do is we could go over to SG's Amazon page, or maybe even web page or whatever, and use that as the location. So this is a virtual location, so we're just putting in the link there. When is self-explanatory. You're going to get a drop down here, and I'll say the 10th. Let's say the 10th at midnight. Yeah, Eastern Standard Time. And if you do this, if you're doing a party or whatever, you don't have to put an end time, if you want to do it 6 p.m. to question marks, if you're having like a, holiday party or birthday party or whatever. If you're actually doing an event with, prizes and set times and that kind of thing, you can set the close. So we'll say, 12 a.m. to 12 p.m. or whatever. We'll say, 12 midnight to 12 noon, whatever. It's not going to actually be that. Okay, now you get into your privacy, and what this drop-down is going to tell you is who can see your event. So if you're doing something real private that you don't want anybody to know about, you can do invite only. So that would be something, I don't know, for instance, a swanky dinner party or something, I don't know. Your guests and friends, that's going to be the most common one. So that's like if you're having a party, this is all kind of self-explanatory. Guests can then invite their plus ones and that sort of thing. So if I invite 10 people and they want to bring their plus ones and so on and so forth, then you have the open invite, so anybody can get in. and anybody can invite anybody. And then you have public, and that's just anyone, anywhere in the world. So in this case, for a book launch, which is, you know, a public fair, we'll set it to public, and then anybody can invite anybody. It's going to be great. So we've just put in the bare bones basics here, and go ahead and click create. And here you go. So here's the party event. It looks pretty bare bones, okay? So like I said, we can always go in here and edit this stuff. Of course, people are trying to talk to me while I'm trying to record this thing. Like I said, if you make any mistakes, you can always get in here and edit this stuff and change it. Like I said, nothing's ever set in stone. And now it's going to act just like your Facebook wall, except this is the wall for your party. So if I was to write something here, I'd be like, hey, I'm coming to your party, SG. It's going to be great. You know, and then I post that. It's just like as if it was posted to the wall. People can go in and they can like that. You can make updates here, and you can say like, okay, the cake got canceled. Sorry, everybody. Pie only. And, you know, you can keep making... You can make updates like that, and then this is going to pop up in everybody who has agreed to go, which right now is nobody. It's me, 0 maybes, 0 invited. So one thing that you should do to spice this up a little bit is create or add an event photo. So you can choose from your Facebook photos if you want, or from previous events. I don't know what a synced photo is, so I'm not going to address that. Or you can do upload a photo. So here we've got my files. And if I was to upload the book cover, which I have here, it's going to look a little funny because this is a very vertical picture. So what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to grab SG Lee's kind of nameplate here. And this is a more horizontal photo, so that's going to look better when we bring it up here. And here I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so now you see it says drag to reposition in the event photo. So you've probably all done this with your profile photos. So we can move it up and down, move it up and down. This is what people are going to see when they come to this page. So we'll go ahead and try and center it on SG Lee there and see. Look how nice that looks. That's nice and horizontal. Whereas if we had done the very vertical up and down book photo, this would just be like the middle of a street, maybe with some words, you know. And so we'll save the changes. Okay, so now we've got our event photo, and if we just go ahead and refresh the page, you remember how I was just talking about how stuff crops up down here like it's in the wall. Now it says, okay, Stephen Kozeniewski updated the event photo, and you can see the whole photo size here. But since this is pretty much all that people are going to see here, that's why we wanted it to look nice there. So the next thing you want to do is, what good is a party without guests? So here is where I can invite my friends, and I'm sorry for the privacy of these 3 people who popped up as my friends, but I don't think it's any secret that I'm friends with Kate Moretti and Tom Malafarina and Jeff Wood. Sorry, guys. But what you can do here is you can invite your friends. So if if they pop up here, you can click on invite, invite, invite. You can do show more friends, and it pops up, and there's a whole list of them. You can scroll down through and choose from your friends. Now this is going to pop up a whole big list where I can just click on everybody that I want to invite. Okay, so here's all the people that are my friends, and again, I apologize for your privacy. Now everybody knows I'm friends with you. So we're going to invite Shayna Festa, who's a friend of both of us, and SG Lee, who's actually running it. And I hope SG responds quickly so I can show you the next thing that I want to do. So now we've invited a couple of people, and up here it's going to say, when you click on here, it's going to say who you invited, who you declined, who likes the event. That doesn't really help. And the maybes. And maybes are really annoying. I don't know why people say that. And then here, who's the hosts. So I'm the host. And what I can do, I'll I'll probably wait a few minutes and see if SG is going to come to the party, and then I'll show you how to make that person a host. So let's take a break and wait for that. Well, hey everybody, welcome back. Hopefully for you that was just a video cut. Now picking up where we left off, SG accepted the invitation to the party. So what we're going to do now is we're going to make SG a host. So what you want to do is you want to go into Edit. Remember how I said you could change all this stuff here. So now we should be able to put in SG as the host. And you see here where it says host will be added after they join this event. That's why I had to wait for that to happen. So now we'll hit save, and now it should be showing us, maybe we need to refresh. Nope, it's got us both there as hosts. So now SG can do all the functionality that I was just doing. Change the event photo, delete posts, whatever. Oh, and here you see the wall updated and said I made SG a host, and so on and so forth. So the only issue with this is we can now both draw from our pools of friends to invite. So that's potentially one valuable thing. But what is a concern is every time that SG invites a friend, it's going to show that I created this event. And if that friend doesn't know me, they may not know why they're agreeing to come to this event. So what we're going to do, and I'm going to be breaking SG's heart in a minute here, we're going to go ahead and cancel this event and let SG create it all over again. So what you want to do to delete an event is go to Edit and Cancel Event. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the basics of creating and deleting a Facebook event. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.